Okay.
Your turn to pick the area or situation.
Okay, it's a purple.
Oh.
The fighters are jousting.
Ooh.
I repeat, the fighters are jousting.
Right, my knight for this fight is an Animorph. Right, and the Animorph is really, really emotional. Got bloody PMS in Animorph. Go on then.
And your emotional animal will be fighting a honey badger, which everyone knows is the most savage of all of
go on then.
the creatures.
What's this weirdly violent honey badger?
Very violent. Which is literally a GIF. What's a GIF?
An animation.
An animation.
For like a picture.
A picture.
Of a picture of a honey badger. Okay.
Right. Time to explain why my really, really emotional Animorph is going to win this. My Animorph is going to turn into a bloody honey badger, and because it's so, what's the best word to go with this? So really, really, really angry. He is going to shred your picture of a honey badger because he just does not like honey badgers. Yeah, the jousting. He's already put a hole through it using the lance that he can somehow hold because he's a honey badger. Okay, go on. How are you going to defend your picture?
Is that your argument? Okay, well, basically, mine is a honey badger. Okay, it might just be a picture of a honey badger. It's a picture of a honey badger jousting. Okay, but yours is emotional. It doesn't matter what it's turned itself into. It's emotional. It's going to see the picture of a honey badger. The honey badger, for anyone who doesn't know, the honey badger is probably one of the most dangerous creatures in the world because the honey badger just hurts people for fun. Okay, this is this is the saw creature, basically. It doesn't hurt things. Most creatures kill things for food. The honey badger does it because it just likes to hurt. Okay, so any creature seeing that, your creature, whatever it's turned into, it's feeling emotional. It sees that, it's just going to cry itself until it just wants to kill itself. It's going to throw itself off its horse, and basically land itself on its lance, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, but your picture.
Doesn't matter. You'd be terrified. You see my picture and you're terrified. That's it.
But I'd like to point out, he's really, really emotional. It is really, really emotional. Its emotion is that it's really, really angry. It's not scared. It's not scared of a picture, for crying out loud. Because it's already a honey badger. It's transformed into a honey badger. It is going to shred it. It doesn't, you know what? Do you know what's even better? He hasn't transformed into a honey badger. He's transformed in a goat and he's eating the picture. And do you know what's even better about it? He's a goat. He's already jousting. He's an animal that can joust. He's going to eat you. For some weird reason, mine has been turned into the goat from Goat Simulator, and that thing is crazy. Go and defend your picture.
I think we just have to go to the vote, don't we, on this one?
Do we have to go to the vote? I think we already know who's won this. It's the emotional goat or honey badger.
Is it the goat that's basically crying itself? How can a goat joust? Let's put into this.
Yeah,
how can you even hold the
the water buffalo with the machete? We taped it to him.
You've got
we've got a lot of duct tape.
How would you even ride the horse?
Who said he was riding the horse? He was the.
That's not jousting. You're saying joust.
Yeah, he can be the one that's the horse.
So is it a goat or a horse?
It's a goat now.
It's a goat riding a horse.
Transformed into a horse. Wow, it's awesome. It's an animal.
Go to the vote.
So who's won here? The magical that has got a bit of a PMS problem, or is it the picture of a honey badger jousting? I have simply put what it is.
The emotional goat.
Oh, it's so unfair. I get a honey badger, and then I get... And it's a picture of a honey badger.
Yes.
I'm crying out loud.
Hey, don't worry, I've still got that card somewhere as well. So. Right, so we are going to a location again, and we're on a crashing airplane with one parachute. So, Hanksy, who is on this airplane with the one parachute?
Okay, and it is a hydra.
You do know what a hydra is, right?
Yeah, it's a water creature.
Three-headed dragon.
It's a you know from Hercules when you chop off its head and it grows more heads.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That's a
okay.
hydra.
I get it.
You get it. Now,
And
fair enough. And this hydra's power is.
it can summon infinite trampolines.
Oh god, I'm doomed. Right, and this hydra, who can summon infinite trampolines, is facing the Yeti. And the Yeti's power is that it throws water balloons filled with acid.
Okay.
Right, go ahead, defend your hydra.
Well,
I'd like
don't
to
really...
point out before you even say anything, I'm not stupid, I'm not aiming for the heads.
Well, but the point is, it's a three-headed dragon on a plane. Okay.
He hasn't got wings before you say anything. Hydras do not have wings.
Doesn't need wings. Doesn't need wings, right? It basically, right?
Plane
It would
crashing.
actually, yeah. You know what? It would actually do. It would set fire to the parachute, and then just jump out. And then on the way down, it would summon trampolines. I just bounce on the trampolines all the way down, until it hits the ground, and then walks away. And then it looks into the sky, and then sees the plane crashing into the side of the mountain, taking everybody with it, including you.
Right. I just
Simple.
realised I'm doomed because you just destroyed the poor little parachute. But doesn't mean that I can't take you down with me. I have water balloons full of acid. I am just going to, every time you summon your magical trampolines, guess what I'm going to do, bitch? I'm going to throw a water balloon. I'm going to use your trampoline. For some weird reason, I'm faster in the air. Don't know how. We fall at the same rate. Science. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my water balloons full of acid at the trampolines that will burn through the trampolines. Sure, you can't even use your goddamn trampolines. You're doomed. And I like to point out the simple fact here, the larger you are, the harder you fall. You're going to fall very, very painfully. And anyway, I like to point out, who said this plane's crashing very high? It is, but... So, what I'm pointing out here is, I'm taking you down with me. So,
Okay.
I like to see this. Save yourself with your now holy trampolines.
Yeah. Just to come back to the science. Okay. Well, while two items will fall at the same speed, this is only if they are inside a vacuum. Okay. Well, not inside a vacuum, and therefore the heavier item will fall faster until it hits terminal velocity. That which is going to be pretty quick, much quicker than the lighter item. Okay, so I would be gone. The dragon's far bigger. It's going down. You know, it's going to hit terminal velocity quicker, but it's going to be away. You're not going to reach me.
All right, I've got a quick question here.
Yes.
You know a hydra is extremely heavy, right?
Yes.
So where are you going to summon your trampoline? I'm going to guess you're going to summon it on the ground, right?
Yes.
Now, one thing that I understand from trampolines, the heavier the item is, the more it's going to stretch. So no matter what, your trampoline is going to hit, the bottom of it is going to hit the ground. So you're going to hit the ground no matter what.
But no, because it's actually quite luckily, right? I mean, these are pretty big trampolines as well. Okay,
Yeah, but it's still very, very heavy. No matter how big the trampoline is,
but very luckily,
it's going to hit
actually,
the ground. You are basically pancake.
We're flying over, but we're flying over a canyon. Okay, and it's like basically the Grand Canyon, and that trampoline's going to wedge itself in the side, and there's so basically there's so much distance between the trampoline and the bottom of the canyon that it almost gets there. It actually almost hits the bottom, and then about 2 or 3 inches from the bottom, it springs back up in the air, and there we go. And actually, it flies up a little bit, and it sees you falling, and it breathes fire and burns you, and then drops back down onto the trampoline and just settles down and has a nap.
And by the time I see you coming up, I'm going to throw what? I'm basically going to... It's going to be like... what's that movie with all the arrows? Braveheart. Is there lots of arrows in Braveheart? No, I'm thinking of... is it 300? Do they do a load of arrows?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like a swarm of arrows come over him.
Yeah.
I remember. It's basically going to be like that, but it's just going to be water balloons full of acid. So as you're going up, it's going to be like a scene from some kind of anime, where he's travelling up quite fast, and there's just this blackout of sun of these water balloons, and just the Yeti in the middle of it.
Yeah, but by this point, have you not actually hit terminal velocity?
Oh no, my Yeti's dead. But the water balloons are still falling.
So how's it throwing water balloons? If you'd hit terminal velocity and you throw a water balloon, it would just basically stay next to you.
He's still throwing the water. He threw the water balloons before he came out of the airplane. The airplane's still going. It's not crashed yet. So it's a dark scene. It's a really dark scene. And I'm going to be honest with you. Your Hydra is now just pulp.
Yes, but you've already admitted that your Yeti is already dead.
Let's go with the voting, please. Who has won here? Is it the three-headed lizard, who somehow can summon very, 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 very large trampolines that can somehow withstand a lot of weight? Or is it my abominable snowman, who has the magic ability of summoning a lot of water balloons full of I don't know what's in them? I'm worried. I think it's not actually acid. He's got a constant supply of them. Who's won this one?
I'm gonna have to go with the Hydra.
Hey!
So what score are we on at the moment? I think it's 4-3 to Hanksy, isn't it?
Yeah, 4-3, I think.
Right,
okay.
So Hanksy, go ahead. What are we doing?
Well, you know what? We'll make this best of 5 as well.
Yeah,
so it's first to 5 wins.
Yep. So
okay.
I just need one more. I need 2 more.
Okay. Fighters cannot see or hear. Again.
Oh God, not this again.
Ah.
And the fighter I have got is... It's you.
It's me?
What?
It's the... right, so the right. I'm going with the right, which is you. You're actually the right of my screen at the moment. So, I've got Hanksy. And Hanksy, your power... You've got flaming hands. What the hell have you been doing? She's done for one night, mate.
And I will be fighting.
This is going to be interesting.
A Yeti.
Oh God.
And the Yeti has cannons instead of hands.
Well, this is a problem here. So I've got Hanksy, and he's got flaming hands. And what are we doing? Sorry, we can't see here, can we?
No, we can't see or hear.
So Hanksy's left his glasses, and he's got his headphones on again.
Yep. And I can't work out how to switch it to party.
He can't switch it, so he's basically talking to himself. we get that quite often.
Yeah.
And he's melted his controller with his flaming hands. And this Yeti suddenly appears from behind him with cannons for hands. Now, I like to point out here, we are Team Creeper, aren't we? And we have the ability of if we can't win, we destroy everything. That is actually our slogan now. If we can't win, we destroy everything.
If we can't win, we'll ruin it for everybody else.
So,
it's worked for us.
I don't know how to defend this, mate. Seriously. So, Hanksy is facing the Yeti. Can we say best out of 7, please, instead? First to 7. Make it fair because I don't want to end it yet.
God.
So, oh god, this is worse than the Keanu Reeves one, to be honest.
Oh, come on, I'm a better actor than Keanu Reeves.
Sure. Oh, that's what Heavenly said. Right, so Hanksy, who is Team Creeper. He's got his flaming hands. He doesn't know this yet. He's creeping up from him. He can't see him, he can't hear them. But he has the ability of smelling, because be honest, a Yeti, I'm going to guess here, is known to be very, very smelly. So he kind of knows where he is with his now improved sense of smell. And he's going to use his hands to burn that fluff ball up. It is going to stink like... what's the best way of explaining it? Have you ever burnt hair? That's what it's going to smell like. It smells like a sewer. I went down with that road. There we go. Explain how your Yeti's going to win this one, fluff ball.
So going again back to the sense of smell. So Yetis are known for having, pretty good sense of smell. I've read this in a book about Yetis.
Oh God,
I do a lot of reading. And so it's going to smell the smoke. It's going to know the general direction. It's going to pull out its cannons for hands and just start blasting away in that direction. And, poor old Hanksy. I'm now speaking in the third person, which is weird. Yeah, he's not gonna know what hit him, but he's gonna have a pretty good idea because he's gonna know that there's a Yeti.
Wait, you can't see your hair either, can you? I just realised that.
I can smell the smoking hands, and I'm just gonna be blasting away in that direction.
In other words, he can smell Hanksy, which, be honest, is equal smell here. This is great because I can make fun of you at the same time. I've got a fear because I've got a fear my card is somewhere in there.
Yeah, he'd be able to the Yeti would be able to smell the sweet smell of success. That's what he'd be able to smell and blast away.
Well, technically here then, I'd like to point out here, he's going to end up killing himself. Personally, by estimates here, because Hanksy, who is controlling this Yeti at the same time, he is not going to be able to tell the Yeti to kill him because he has ordered the Yeti to go and try and kill him. So technically, just by a paradox effect here, he cannot win this fight because if he wins this fight, technically he has lost this fight.
Is that your argument?
My argument here is, if you win, you lose. And if you lose, you win.
Yeah.
Well, technically, because I win in the end, because now I'm controlling you through this card.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Go to the vote.
It's an inception.
It's a dream within a dream within a dream. In a bubble, but it's still in a dream. So, who's won this one? Seriously, is it...
Who has won this one?
Is it the smelly Yeti? Or is it the smelly Hanksy?
I'm going to say the Yeti.
Oh my god. So
who was won then?
Technically, who's won this one?
6-4 to Hanksy. Because he died. What? Okay, move up.
Sure, okay. So it's...
Move on.
So it's 5-4 to...
No, 6-4.
No, it's 5-4.
No, 5-4. 5-3.
5-3, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 5-3 now.
5-3,
So
yeah.
the score. So, it's my turn to pick a card, isn't it? And
It
we
is.
have a situation. Oh god, this is just gonna end up even worse for us. We're fighting for custody of a honey badger on court TV. So, Hanksy, Oh my god!
And
This is kind of,
my weapon of choice
I
would
can see
be,
pictures of this.
it's an Amazon warrior.
Okay, and this Amazon
Okay.
warrior.
That's them really big women. Isn't it?
I guess that is an Amazon
Okay.
warrior.
And everything that they touch turns inside out.
Oh.
This is like the Skittles advert, but a lot darker.
And oh bloody hell! I knew he was going to show up. I'm a water buffalo. But I am chained to my evil twin, which, for some weird reason, is a. Why is it
Water buffalo.
Twin? No, it's not a water buffalo.
It's a
Keanu,
twin.
It's Keanu Reeves. Right, Amazon warrior who can turn things inside out. How are you going to win this one? And I like to point out here, you cannot use your powers because we're on TV and we're fighting for custody of the honey badger. You're screwed, mate!
How does this, I'm going to basically say,
You'll be caught for
excuse me,
murder.
Judge Judy. Or whatever the rip-off British version of you is.
Jeremy Kyle.
Judge. No, it's Judge Rinder. Judge Rinder. Something like that.
I don't watch
I say,
time TV.
may I approach the bench? Okay?
Go
So I'm going to approach the bench. And I'm going to
I just
touch.
realised we've actually got a judge.
I'm going to touch Judge Judy. Okay? She's going to turn inside out.
Well, stop here.
She's
He's touching you.
She's dead. Right? I've killed Judge Judy. I'm then going to grab hold of the honey badger.
You
hurl
took
it
the
at your
honey
face.
badger. You've
I'm
killed
gonna-
a honey badger, mate. Why did you kill a honey badger?
Good point. Okay.
All this time,
I'm then going
would
to
just-
release the honey badger.
How? You've killed him.
I've just opened the cage. The honey badger's going to look at me
Oh
and
no,
think,
no. What I've learned from this honey badger, it's kind of civilized because, like I said, we trained him. We've grew up and taught this honey badger together, and he's
This
not gonna
honey
come
badger.
he's not going to come and kill me, and he's not going to go and kill you because we're like his parents.
we've had a honey badger?
We had a honey badger, mate.
How did that happen? If I'd have touched you, you'd have turned inside out. This is going dark. Move away.
It's like you know, like Rogue from X-Men. Yeah, don't ask. More importantly, how that is. Oh god, it reminds me of old kids cartoons, where how the hell can a water buffalo and an Amazon warrior, for some weird reason, give birth to a honey badger? And anyway, you said that the honey badger was our kid in the end. That was me.
Well,
wasn't it?
to be fair, you did, yeah. So,
It was like a pet, technically. So,
so we've got a pet honey badger. We're fighting for custody.
what were we talking about again?
You know, I'm going to open the cage. The honey badger's pretty hungry. It's not had anything to eat for a while. It's going to look at me and think, yeah, she's pretty big, but nah. So look at you, and he's going to think, burgers. All right, and he's going to charge across the room, and you're going to be dead. That's it.
But the honey badger is going to stop and look at me and think, why do I want to kill my parent? I like to point out people treat pets as like their parents. We're British. We all do that. And he's going to look at him and go, Papa. This honey badger who suddenly talks, and some weird reason is wearing a suit. Because you've got to look smart when you're on court TV here. But,
Have you ever watched Court TV?
No, I haven't.
They don't look
Is it like
smart.
Jeremy Kyle?
It's basically like Jeremy Kyle.
I haven't
but
watched that either, so because I have a soul. Offended so many people all of a sudden. But I'm a water buffalo, and you've killed our judge. Sorry, judge. But unfortunately, before you could even attempt to kill me or our dear honey badger, you have been taken away by some heavily suited people who are wearing gloves, and you have been arrested. So technically, I win the court and I win the rights to the honey badger. But then my evil twin kills it. So why? Because he's evil. He's got a mustache. And you know, like the little goatee beard thing, like that.
Yeah.
Not like me because I've got a full beard, but like a soul patch type thing.
Yeah, I imagine he probably wears a top hat as well.
No, he doesn't. Top hats.
Does he not?
No.
Is it a bowler?
No, he doesn't. He wears a beret.
Oh no, yeah,
And
that's pretty evil. He speaks with an accent.
I'm not going to say which one. I like to let the viewers figure
Yes.
out that.
Does he like garlic? No, move on.
So technically,
So your evil French brother
has killed the honey badger, and you've been arrested. But I'm the only one sat there with the camera looking at me. But because I'm a water buffalo, I've not noticed all this because I'm stupid.
The point is as well. Yeah, and also
he's evil. He's like the opposite of me.
yeah, and also he was killed the honey badger, but he's probably framed you.
Oh
for
no,
the crime.
because we're on court TV here, and everyone saw it happen.
I'm pretty sure they would have turned the cameras off when I killed the judge.
Oh no! It's court TV. Everyone wants to see everything. Anyway, do you want to go on to the vote?
The vote, yeah.
Yep. So who has won the rights to the honey badger?
Honey badger.
I'm going to say the water buffalo because he's like the only one left in the room.
I'm good. So I have now got what's remaining of a honey badger. Oh, it's the best day ever. So we are on 5-4.
Yeah.
Go on then, Hanksy.
Okay. All fighters are in helicopters.
Sorry about this. My camera's just vanished a little bit. There we go. Sorry. All fighters are in helicopters.
They are in
They're
helicopters.
all in helicopters. Before I pick my thing, I just want to check something. Right. Yeah. Okay. And where are we? I've lost. There we go. We're back again. Hello. So we're all in helicopters. I'm guessing we're all in our own individual helicopters in this one. Yep. For God's sake, I'm a Derby Gill. I just feel I got a feeling here that you know, like it's like roller derby.
Yeah.
But we're not. We stick with Derby as in the city.
As in the place.
She is wearing scuba suits. Go ahead. Do you want to beat my Derby Gill wearing scuba suit?
We have Prince Charming.
Let's beat his face in. There's only one prince around here.
And Prince Charming is wearing a bubble wrapped suit.
We're in helicopters as well.
He's pretty safe.
So, right, I have a Derby Gill, and she's wearing a scuba suit, and she's in a helicopter. Now, we know these helicopters don't have weapons, because the helicopters, they're not all GTA. See, this is how our mind works. Now, we know how this is going to end here. They're not going to kill each other. It's going to be like every fairy tale story, but every fairy tale story that happens, the Derby Gill is going to fall in love with Prince Charming. They're going to go along and live happily ever after. But then we go into what I would like to point out, the Into the Woods fairy. Have you guys seen the Into the Woods film? No, it's basically a musical, and I did not know that. Well, I went to see it because James Corden, and I find him a very, very funny guy. I saw Lesbian Vampire Killers. It's an alright film. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It really wasn't, was it?
But if you guys have seen Into the Woods, it continues on after the Cinderella story. And it turns out that Prince Charming is an actual dick. And I'm going to point out here, you do not mess with the Darbigill, who is in a scuba suit. She's still somehow wearing the scuba suit for all these years. And it turns out that Prince Charming ended up trying to cheat on her with another woman who, to be honest, is quite a MILF. And if people want to know what MILF is, it's a mother I would love to make friends with. Trying to keep it PG when we haven't done it for so long. And it turns out that Darbigill is not happy with this. And everyone knows that Darbigills, I'm going to be stereotyping them here, has a knife on them. And she ends up stabbing Prince Charming. No woman rap is going to save him from that. The end. They all live happily ever after. Go on then, Prince Charming.
I'm pretty depressed after all that.
Dark.
It was a story that started off with so much hope and ended with so much death.
Just like Into the Woods.
Okay. So seem to forget that they were supposed to be in helicopters. We seem to forget about helicopters. So what's going to happen here is that Prince Charming is going to be flying the helicopters. Well, one of them, not all of them. That'd be strange. That'd be like that. That'd be like that strange film with Sylvester Stallone. What's it called?
Rambo.
No, the one where he was controlling all the different helicopters. And, I don't know. Anyway, it was crap. So he's going to be controlling the helicopter. Basically, he's going to ram the helicopter coming into the helicopter with the Darbigill in. All right, and he's going to jump out the helicopter, but that's okay because although he hasn't got a parachute, he is wearing a bubble wrap suit, and as he hits the ground, he's just going to. Basically, the suit is going to take the impact out of the crash, and he's going to be absolutely fine. And he's going to look up at the sky, and it's going to be a big fireball, and he's going to be thinking, maybe if it had been different, maybe if there had been a forest, I could have fallen in love with her. But in actual fact, I just decided that I was going to kill her.
Quick,
and then he sees Snow White. Pardon?
Why do we need a forest?
I don't know. You were going on about forests. It seemed to make sense.
I was going about the movie Into the Woods.
I was talking about a film with Sylvester Stallone and I couldn't remember the name of. It's all right. Fireball, dead.
Right. Well, like I said, we've already landed. And to be honest, you cannot fall for a Darbigill. Well, except for a Nottingham lad. That is different. We despise each other.
It sort of undermines your own argument.
Well, I had to point out here, except for me, there is no Prince Charmings in Nottingham. I'm the charming one of them all. I want to see that as a GIF. So, where was I going with this?
Who knows?
Turns out Prince Charming is Prince William because he's flying a helicopter. You know what? Can we just go on to voting here? I think I got burnt out from using the Into the Woods. I haven't got anything to argue with, Hanksy.
Go to the vote.
Go to the vote. So who wins? Is it our sexy Darbigill in a scuba suit? Or
the dashing Prince Charming,
who is so fragile he's got to wear a bubble suit? Go ahead.
As you said, this Darbigill has got a knife on her.
Prince Charming is flying a helicopter into her.
Yeah, but they've landed. Prince Charming, you know him.
No, you said she'd landed. It says they were fighting in helicopters. It doesn't say they were fighting in helicopters and then landed. It says all fighters are fighting in helicopters.
We're in voting mode now.
I just to point out that this is bullshit. All fighters are in helicopters, not have landed and got out.
Hey, who said the helicopters were flying?
It doesn't matter. They're still in them.
So they could see each other across the field from the helicopters. Anyway, we're in voting mode. Go ahead. Who's gonna win here? Is it Tickle Me Charming or
feel like
Derby Girl?
Finch Charming will probably be better in a helicopter
Yep.
than a Derby Girl, so I'm gonna go with Finch Charming.
Woohoo! 6-4.
You only need one more. Great.
Match point.
And it's my turn to pick the card. We're going
It's your
for a
turn to pick
location. And we are on a roller coaster.
Hey.
Yay! Woo!
Okay, and my fighter is a grizzly bear.
Go ahead. And your grizzly bear?
My grizzly bear
Please
is
be-
wearing a scuba suit.
I'm gonna be honest, mate. It's not as pretty as the dog. And the
I
grizzly
don't know.
and the grizzly bear is fighting a carnivorous plant. And the carnivorous plant, please do not be gift. Please do not be gift. Please do not be gift. Is armed with a really, really bright laser pointer. Go ahead, mate. Defend your grizzly bear, who wants to be Angelina Jolie.
So, I mean, again, he's wearing a scuba suit. Really, as a just to say, I could kick your ass even wearing this. All right, that's how confident this grizzly is. All right. So it's basically the grizzly bear is going to sneak up on. He's going to move from. He's actually at the back of the roller coaster. So you'll see little plants at the front. It scrambles forward, across all the chairs, just gets behind it, sits behind it, waits until you go around a corner, and there's a bit of G-force, and then he's just going to reach over with its big claws, boom, and the head's going to come off. Dead carnivorous plant.
Right. So your what's it called? Your bear is moving down the roller coaster thing, right?
It is.
Now everyone knows about a roller coaster. You're supposed to keep your arms and legs inside the roller coaster at all times. Do you know why you've got to keep your arms and hands inside the roller coaster at all times?
Because a man tells you to.
No, because he tells you to, of course. But you could lose your arms and hands at the roller coaster. Now, one thing I know about a grizzly bear is they're quite big, aren't they? They are quite big animals. How the
Yes.
hell is this? First of all, how the hell did he get past the height limit? And how did he get past the height limit? This guy, before he even gets a chance, and he's still climbing, so he's basically standing on the middle bits. Unfortunately, he gets taken out by one of the tracks that is overhead. And we went into a loop-de-loop. Because my carnivorous plant is somehow strapped in, and he uses the laser pointer to blind your bear. Because he is very, very accurate for a plant. He blinds your bear as we go over the loop-de-loop. I like saying that. And your bear falls and plummets to his death in this scuba suit. The end. I'm sorry about your grizzly bear. He is now a rug.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So we actually haven't talked about how big this roller coaster is, because actually this is actually one of them little kiddies roller coasters you get at the fun fair. So this isn't like this isn't like Alton Towers or Thorn Park. This isn't Nemesis. This is the little buffalo ride that you get, at the travelling park, fair when it comes round. And actually, what the bear's going to do is just jump off and stand at the side of the track. And it's going to wait until your plant comes around.
Well, according to this card, we are on the roller coaster, so he's got to stay on the roller coaster.
But
Before you say anything, in the end we said that there was still in the helicopter. The helicopter was flying. They even got married in the helicopter. That's how pretty that thing was. And then he got stabbed in the helicopter, of course.
Okay. So, coming back to the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the vote.
So who wins here? Is it my carnivorous plant with a very, very accurate laser pointer, or Angelina Jolie as a bear?
The carnivorous plant.
Yay. So, what are we on here? Point wise?
6'5".
6'5".
Right. Go on then, mate. You get to pick the subject.
Okay.
Area thingamajig. What are we on
And
location?
it is a purple card,
Situation.
and the situation is that gravity has been reversed.
Oh crap! What's up? We got B in here. So, our little gravity has been reversed. Let's see how it affects France. And our French cheese-loving nation friends. Well, they already are. They are really, really good at parkour. I mean, really. Who are the French fighting?
The French are fighting.
Jumping around.
The Navy.
Unfortunately, it's the French Navy.
No, it is the Navy.
It's
The Navy of the British, British Empire and its dependents, and they're armed with a limitless loot crate.
Right, so it's my turn to go argue for France. I never thought I'd get into this situation. So, France, we've got no gravity, right? Oh, well, gravity is reversed, so technically we're all floating. Now, the good thing about France here, and they didn't even need this ability, they are really, really, really good at parkour.
Yeah,
So,
how's that going to help with the floating?
Now, I'd like to point out that it's not just France as in their people that are floating, but also their buildings are floating. The actual island, the whole land is floating. Spain is confused what the hell's happening. Andorra is now thinking it's suddenly become a lot bigger. The Germans, they've not noticed. They don't really care. They think that just means more money for them. But so the buildings are still floating in here. It's like Bioshock Infinite all of a sudden, which is nice. So France has become Columbus in Bioshock Infinite, but they're really good at parkour. So technically, how the hell are the Navy going to reach them now that they are a floating island? Plus, they can get away with things. If you play Dying Light, that guy can get away from zombies so fast thanks to his parkour. Go ahead, Navy.
So, okay.
Go and show us your demon.
Can I just point out, yeah. The
French, yeah.
the fact that gravity has been reversed does not mean that the buildings would float. Anything that wasn't.
But it says France, so technically France is floating.
France couldn't, but it wouldn't float if gravity was reversed. Everything would stay where it was. It's just everything that wasn't effectively stuck to the Earth would then float. Okay,
There's still things you can jump around with.
So, which there might be, but I will point out that I have the Navy, who are in big ships, which are now floating apparently. Okay, because the ships would be floating, and as we know, the Navy doesn't just have ships; it also has the British nuclear deterrent. Okay, in its submarines. So basically, we're gonna have a Trident submarine. Okay. Before it's been scrapped after the next election, and hopefully, so we've got these Trident submarines who are basically just going to nuke France. Okay, so they're going to nuke France, and poof, there you go. And anything floating above France is just going to be destroyed in the nuclear shower that's going to take place.
Right, I'd like to point out something here. We are going to put a warning in this little bit that I'm going to explain here. These are opinions of a joke right now. Personally, I have nothing against France. France is an alright nation. I do appreciate a lot of things. You brought us Thierry Henry, who I agree is a brilliant footballer. You gave us Zinedine Zidane, who is really good at headbutting. And lots of bon anniversaire cards. That is awesome. But like I said, this is part of a joke. So you say that you're going to hit France with a nuclear weapon, right? The one thing that I know about the French, they are like cockroaches. You cannot kill the French. No matter how much you try, there will still be some French people left, and you've suddenly run out of weapons. Oh dear, but the French have the cheese. And one thing that I've learned, thanks to Tomska, is that if you are ever in trouble, throw the cheese. They will sneak you out. The French have won. And plus there's garlic. And also,
So basically,
also they've mutated into French, weird French mutants, which has now suddenly become Canadians. Yes, offending two countries at one time. I'm good at this. Continue.
So your argument is basically that you were going to throw racial stereotypes at my navy. Is that what you're going to do?
They're turning to Celine Dion, and they're going to make your ears bleed.
So.
Yeah. My heart will go on. No, it won't. Sooner or later.
No, it won't because you've just been nuked. Yeah.
But you can't.
So,
like I said, they're like cockroaches.
So, yeah, basically, as I say, you're not going to get away. I'm going to nuke France. Okay? Sorry, France. I don't wish you any harm in reality. Okay? But France is end up going to get nuked, probably by accident, to be honest, as a button gets pressed accidentally, and oh dear, France has been nuked. Right, massive mushroom cloud, huge radiation cloud. Most of the French are floating around doing their parkour and going, look at this, croissant. Okay? Yeah, French word. So they're basically going to be nuked. Most of them are going to die. Those that aren't, we're just going to take out with rockets and you know, shells or whatever else the Navy can throw at them. You know. End of story. That's it. Give me my point. Good night.
But one thing you keep forgetting here, my French mutants are really, really good at parkour. So, as soon as you're firing your nuclear missiles, for some weird reason, they seem to be jumping over your missiles because they're really, really good at parkour. And I mean, really. But they're basically jumping. And for some weird reason, because of their mutated ways, they are now they've turned into Hulk. And they are going to throw the missiles back at it. And for some weird reason, now we are a crater. Thank you, Hanksy. You have basically doomed England.
Again.
It's the gift thing all over again, isn't it?
It's alright. We'll be able to use Wales as a buffer.
No, we won't. Not up there. With the sheep.
Can I just point out there is no evidence that that any sort of nuclear bomb or anything would lead to mutation, right? There are no Japanese mutants after the bombs on in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There are no. Well, there might be some major problems in Ukraine, you know. The fact is, there aren't mutants wandering around in the area around Chernobyl.
A quick question. Can we just move on straight to the votes before I get into so much trouble for this stream? Because I've made so much fun of the French today. So who's won the votes here? Is it the Navy or the mutant French?
I'm going to go with the Navy.
Hey! Thank you very much, and good night.
Is that it? Yep. Is it 7? What was the score?
7-5.
7-5.
That's good.
God's sake. That was a good
God
game.
bless the British Navy.
Wow, I have offended so many people today.
You offended so many people and still lost.
So I want to see what the next one is. So it would have been going on an old rope bridge. My character would have been 2 tribbles. Tribbles. But I would have been leading a team of trained velociraptors. So
that'd have been nothing because I was a poltergeist that was commanding an army of disposable minions.
but train velociraptors.
Yeah, I think you'd have won that, but it doesn't matter because I've already won.
It's over. So anyway, thank you for joining us on our what we call this again?
Superfight CTG Rules Night.
Rules Night. Superfight is made by Starbound Games. Like I said, you can either go to superfightgame.com or go to skybound.com. They have plenty of awesome packs, which I think I might pick up some more of these actually.
Yep, that's good.
There's one pack that I will not probably stream, just because I know how dark it can get. If we can go dark with this, we can go extremely dark with the restricted pack. Seriously dark with that pack. Also, like I said, this was the Loot Crate deck, which we got with Loot Crate, which I think what would pay $19.95 a month.
Yeah.
For. This month it is covert, so it's mission-y type of things.
Spies and things.
You get a T-shirt this month.
Yep.
If you are interested in getting that T-shirt stuff, like I said, go to lootcrate.com and make sure that you purchase it before the 19th of each month to get that month's pack. Also, there's a code on the website that you can use to get 10% off your first pack. So yeah. It's I would say that's it. Thank you for joining me, Hanksy. Thank you for joining for being our judge, James.
No problem.
We'll probably do this again because
we will.
This is fun. Like I said, we're looking through some other things that we got on here. We have got some weird things, like we can be bungee jumping next to each other.
I wanted to be the common cold.
Do you know what I wanted you to pick out? I wanted it to be me.
I was looking forward to getting you.
I don't know how
that will come up.
That. I became a gift. But yes.
Or Sandy Cheeks. Sandy Cheeks would have been good.
Sandy Cheeks is in this one as well. Just going on to the website itself. Let's see what there is. Let's just please say I've got one that's open on this side. No, I don't. Sorry about that. So let's see what packs we can get with this actually. Superfight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Superfight. I keep forgetting what it's called. So it's superfightgame.com. It's superfightgame.com, not Superfight. I'm saying you don't want to go to superfight.com. You seriously do not want to go to superfight.com.
That's just GD's I Hate the French website.
That got up quick. So superfightgame.com. It is in American currency because it is an American card game. And things you've got here, you've got 500 card core deck. You've got the core deck expansion 1, orange deck, which is nerdy smart stuff. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
You've got the blue deck, which is more location cards like what we've got here. This one. You've also got a purple deck, which gives you more situations. There we go. The orange deck is from sci-fi to fantasy to comic book nerdity. So it's more of the sci-fi. It's comic book type things.
Yeah.
I think they also hopefully do a game-themed one as well.
Yeah, I think they do.
Well, they don't at the moment, but hopefully they will do a game-themed one. They've got a red deck, which is, I warn you, to be honest with that deck, it's not suitable for children. But if you do want to get one that is suitable for children, there is also a green deck, which is more suitable for children to play this game. So they do have it available for all ages. Yeah, it's basically each expansion deck comes with 100 cards, and they're about $15 per expansion deck, and I think the 500 one's $35.
Yep.
And
sounds about right.
Yeah, and they do. They do ship it to the UK, I think.
Yep.
Hopefully. Yeah. So yeah,
Yep.
there we go. That's it. That's what I'm going to explain with that. I've basically been trying to sell something that I think we really enjoyed playing this.
Yeah, it's been good fun.
It's been good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do this again.
Indeed.
Okay.
So
Right.
thank you for joining us on the stream, and good night.
Yep. Good night, everyone.
As I
Right.
find how to turn this off. Good night.